Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Literarian, where we talk about literature and philosophy. This is Arash, and in this video, I'm going to show you 10 websites which are absolutely essential for anyone who likes literature, philosophy, or just reading in general. If you like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. So the first website I'm going to show you today is called Goodreads. You're probably already familiar with this website. If you aren't, please go to goodreads.com and create an account for yourself. After that, you can, of course, find friends who like the same kinds of books as you do. You can join groups and engage in discussions with them. Well, Goodreads is a social platform for people who like reading in general. It's a wonderful place to keep track of the books that you have already read, to create a list for the books that you would like to read, and also to keep track of the books that you are currently reading. You can also invite yourself to engage in a challenge. You can just determine the number of the books that you would like to read in 2022, and then you can start the challenge, and the website will remind you of the number of books that you have read and the number of books that you should read in order to meet your goal. As you can see here, the bookshelf includes these three items: want to read, currently reading, and already read. Um, Goodreads is a fantastic website for finding the next book that you would like to read. You can also write reviews for the books that you have already read to help other people make great decisions. You can come to the browse section here, and of course you can talk about the recommendations. You can see the recommendations of other people, the books that have won awards, etc. But probably the most important part of Goodreads is the community, where you can find groups who might have the same uh, interests as you. So, for example, I'm already a member of this group called Crime, Mysteries, and Thrillers. So, people in this group usually offer book recommendations, and then they also engage in kind of discussions after they finish reading a book. So, there are all kinds of books here. And all kinds of groups here that you can join. And of course, there's also the option for you to go through different genres to find the next book that you are going to read. So this was the first website I wanted to show you. Okay, so the second website I'm going to show you today is called Good Books, and the URL is goodbooks.io. It's a similar website to Goodreads because it tries to give you recommendations. However, this recommendation is provided by the website itself, unlike Goodreads, where users usually do the recommendations. So you can easily go to the menu here. So if you go and click on the books part or hover your mouse over it, you can see different categories of books here, or the featured books sections. Or you can easily go to people, and so you will see a lot of influential people here. And if you click on them, you will probably see books related to those people. There's also the list section and series, and there's also this kind of interesting part of the website called Top 100. So if you click on it, you will see a list of books which have gotten like the highest scores on this website. So, but the most interesting part about this website is that if you click on a book, first of all, you will see a summary of the book. You will also get the options to get the book on Amazon or Apple Books. But if you just scroll down, you will see, well, people who are somehow related to the contents of this book. And then if you scroll further down, you will see books which are similar in content or theme to the book that you have chosen. Well, as you can see here, there's the book summary here still going on. But if you scroll further down, you will see certain other books which are similar to the book that we just clicked on. So if you have read a book which you liked, you can come to the search section. You can type the name of the book and then search for it if you're probably interested in reading something similar. So if you find the book, you can click on it, and then you can just skip over the summary and, of course, the people who are related to the book that you just clicked on, and then you can see books which are similar in theme or context to the book that you searched for. So make sure you check out goodbooks.io as well. The third website I'm going to show you today is called Electric Literature, or Electric Lit. They are an amazing website when it comes to social media. So please just follow them on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, because they usually post some amazing memes. Um, well, Electric Literature offers essays, conversations, but probably the most important part of Electric Literature, or at least the part that I like the most, is called reading lists. If you just click on reading lists, you will see that this book tries to offer recommendations based on a certain theme. So imagine you are in search of books which are about like young women who are in and out of love. Well, this reading list is for you. Of course, you can search for the types of books that you would like to read, but this reading list section of Electric Literature is just lit. It's awesome. Let's take a look at some of the examples here. 8 retelling of fairy tales, myths, and folklore. The 14 literary newsletters you need in your inbox. 8 books about the delights of delusion. So if you click on it, you will see books which are all about the theme which has been mentioned in the title of course, this page. So it's an amazing place for you to find books which are similar to the ones that you have already read and enjoyed. So just please make sure you check out Electric Literature, because it's an amazing website. I try to check it like every once in a while to see what new reading list they are recommending. Okay, so the next website I'm going to show you today is called Literary Hub, or LitHub. This website is probably on a different tier than the websites I've already introduced, because it offers an amazing variety of content. Not only does it give you book recommendations, just like the other websites I told you about, it also offers in-depth analytical essays. So this website is probably more serious than the other websites that we have talked about today. So you can just browse the website to find amazing books recommendations. Not only does Literary Hub offer book recommendations, but also it offers some amazing content that you cannot find on other websites. So if you come here and click on craft and criticism, you can click on literary criticism and then read some of the amazing essays which have been published on this website. But this is not all. You can also find other amazing content on Literary Hub, because they also publish fiction and poetry. So if you are sick and tired of reading what everyone else is reading, this is a great place for you to find something fresh and new. So if you are a short story enthusiast, you can click on short story here, or if you like novels, you can read excerpts, or if you are a poetry kind of person, you can easily find poems which LitHub editorial board have found interesting, and so you will probably also find them interesting as well. One of the other amazing qualities of LitHub, which for me differentiates it from the other ones, is the fact that, like, at the beginning of every month, they usually create a list of TV shows or movies which are coming out in that month, which are adaptations of famous literary works. So just make sure you also find that list. I don't know if I can find it right now, but they usually create some amazing lists which will help you find not only your next book, but probably your next TV show or movie as well. So this is an amazing website for people who would like to uh, receive some amazing recommendations. Unfortunately, I cannot find the list I told you about, but if you just browse through the website, you will easily find the content I was just telling you about. So just make sure you check LitHub on a regular basis, because they're just amazing. Okay, so in the previous section, I talked about LitHub, and it was clear that I absolutely love that website. There's also one more thing about LitHub, and it's a website which is like directly related to LitHub. It's called Crimereads. You can even find it on the menu uh, at the top of the page on lithub.com, which is a direct link to the current website that you're looking at right now. So Crimereads is a fantastic place for people who like anything related to crime, because Crimereads offers book recommendations, TV recommendations for TV shows and movies as well. So you can easily find the next book for you to read if you are interested in murders and mysteries, etc. But there's also the true crime section for the for people who love this kind of stories. I know that in recent years, all of us have been kind of enchanted by true crime documentaries on Netflix or podcasts like Serial or In the Dark. So this is Crimereads, especially the true crime section, is a fantastic place for you to learn about new developments of true crime stories, and also to find your next, of course, a book or podcast or even movie or TV show or documentary. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about two more websites which are again related, just like LitHub and Crimereads, and they're called Aeon.co and Psyche.co. Well, of course, Aeon.co uh, offers some amazing essays which are written by professionals in the field. The essays are usually written by either professors or experts in the field, and they usually uh, include some amazing content. So if you're interested in learning a topic, there's also the option for you to search for the type of content that you would like to read. So let's say I'm interested in learning about, let's say, deconstruction. So you can just easily search for this, and then you can find, of course, all of the content which is related to deconstruction. So since Derrida, this is probably talking about deconstruction after Jacques Derrida. You can just scroll further down to see if you can find any other content which is related to deconstruction, of course. So it's an amazing website. You can also follow them on social media. The next website on our list is called Psyche.co. That's the URL. And it's very similar to Aeon, but it offers essays which are directly related to our psyche, our mind, our mental health, etc. So again, very similar in content and structure to Aeon, but probably the content is a little bit inclined towards essays related to our mental health, or like, for example, like this essay, How to Sleep Well Again, especially in times of social media, our fantasies, etc. So make sure you check out this website. The next website on our list is called Book Riot, and you can find it at bookriot.com. Now, the reason I've selected this website for you is, well, just like any other website, it gives you some recommendations to find your next book. But the most interesting part of it, at least for me, is the podcast section. Book Riot includes a variety of podcasts for every kind of taste imaginable. So just make sure when you come to bookriot.com, you click on the podcast part of the menu, and then you will see a list of some amazing podcasts. And I'm sure you will fall in love with at least one of them. So, and it's not just only one podcast. Book Riot offers a huge number of podcasts which cover different aspects of reading. So the first one here, for example, on the list is called All the Books, which is a weekly book podcast of recommendations and discussions about the most interesting and exciting new book releases. You can actually listen to them on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or just here on the website. You don't need to go to a different website. So they do offer another one as well, Book Riot, the podcast, which is again a weekly news and talk show where the people in the podcast talk about what's cool, what's new, and of course what everyone else is talking about. If you just scroll further down the page, For Real is a bi-weekly nonfiction podcast that puts the spotlight on new books and old favorites. And you can just, Hey Yeah is another one. So just check it out for yourself. I'm sure you can find a great podcast to listen to. The next website on our list is called What Should I Read Next? Well, of course, the name is just very clear. It says it all. It will tell you about, it will give you book recommendations and will tell you about the next book that you should read. So you have the option to search for the kind of book that you would like to read or the name of the book that you have read and liked. But you can also come down here and find like popular subjects. So imagine that you like dystopian works of literature. You can just click on the category, and then you can buy the. You have the option to buy them, but you also have the option to read about some of the books that this website recommends. So if you click on the title of the book, you will be redirected to a page which is dedicated to this book, The Giver, and then if you have already read this work and you are interested in finding something else which has a similar feel to it or a similar theme, you can come down and take a look at the suggestions which have been listed here for you. So the final website on our list today is called Internet Archive, and you can access it through archive.org. I can't honestly describe how valuable this website is because it's just amazing. It has, let me just show you a glimpse. It has 702 billion web pages stored on its servers. You can also use this amazing feature here called Wayback Machine, where you can type in the URL of a website that you have been following for quite some time, and then they will show you what that website looked like 5 years ago, for instance. They also host 35 million books, and you can find some amazing books on them, books that you cannot find anywhere else. So you can easily search for, I don't know, textbooks, university textbooks, or for example, old manuscripts, and they usually have them, and you can easily borrow them. So if you find a book on this website, you can download a separate software onto your computer, and then they will give you a link which will be added to that software, and then you can borrow the book for like 14 days or even longer. And so you can read them for free. Most of the books listed here are actually for free. But Internet Archive is not just about web pages or books. It also hosts videos or audio or even images, so or even like TV shows. So you can easily search for whatever you like. You can easily like click on it, and then you can download it. If the full text is free, you can, well, there are so many kinds of download options for you. So you can download the full text, or you can just borrow it, or you can just read it online here, right? So of course, the thing that I clicked on here has probably nothing to do with the novel 1984 by George Orwell, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what what this website is offering you. So you can just easily click on it. If you're interested in making it full text, you can do so as well here. So make sure you check out archive.org because it offers some amazing content which are absolutely hard to find anywhere else on the web. And this was the final website I wanted to tell you today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Thank you so much, and see you next time.